Okay, let me make sure. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, am I just going to talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just introduce yourself,
Uh-huh.
what school you're with, why you're here, and why your students are here, and just some of your pedagogy. I'll ask you questions when you get to that
Okay,
point.
great. Okay. Hi, I'm Jessica O'Reilly. I'm Associate Professor at Indiana University Bloomington in the Hamilton Luger School of Global and International Studies. I've been attending the COP since COP21 in Paris 2015. I always bring students. I also do some advocacy work for an Antarctic organization that I'm involved with, and I conduct my own research. But I'm going to talk to you a little about my student delegation. I teach a seminar of students. It's a mix of undergraduate and graduate students. And we spend the entire semester learning about the Paris Agreement, article by article, and the major issues of the Paris Agreement, the critiques of the Paris Agreement, and the legal foundations of it, and the ethical foundations. And then these students are they conduct individual research, so they're working on their projects in the lead up to attending the COP. And then they come here with a schedule fully fleshed out and track the issue that they're interested in to write a final paper. And so they just arrived. Today's their first day at the COP.
Great. So, Jesse?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you keep them engaged?
You know, it's really easy to keep them engaged.
Oh, that's
this
great.
This is an interview. They have to apply to be in my class, and it's highly selective. Students know when they're coming to study international studies at IU that this is a goal that they ultimately want to be able to attend the COP. We have a selection rate of about 50%, and so they're really highly motivated students from the selection process. But then there's the natural or almost natural engagement that occurs knowing that you're studying to prepare to attend these international meetings, to interact with world leaders and climate experts on all sorts of topics from all around the world. So they take their preparation really seriously, and then I help them design their schedule so that they're interacting with experts in the topics that they're interested in. So I talk to them about the content of their topics, but also planning. And I encourage them. There are various ways for university students to interact with each other, to network with each other, formally and informally. Thanks for watching my videos. And so we attend sort of Ringo meetings at the beginning of each day. They go to receptions with other university students and professors, and then they spend the day tracking their topic, usually by themselves, sometimes in teams.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you notice in terms of before and after attending the COP as the like a characteristic or a sign of development or?
So my first group of students went with me in 2015. So this is now for this 5 COPs on. And so I'm able to see a little bit about how the students leverage this opportunity in really transformative ways. Many students who study climate change can talk about climate change generally. They can talk about the science and the policy. They can think about the ethical issues and the economic issues. But there is an expertise gained by students when they come here and experience and participate in it firsthand, that then they can put on their resumes, they can talk about in their job letters, they can talk about in their interviews for jobs. And it has given them a competitive advantage, a set of skills and expertise that has gotten them into top PhD programs around the country, into really sought after internships, into the Peace Corps and Fulbrights. So it's really incredible and inspiring to me to see the students leverage their week or two at this meeting into career trajectories that are going to have impacts for the next couple of generations.
That's awesome. So if you had the chance to speak to a university that wasn't a member or an observer organization that wanted to send students and was maybe not sure if it's the right path, what would you tell that university?
This is coming to the COP is a really organic learning experience. It's true experiential learning where the students see what they've read about for years implemented by real people in real time. And you can have a variety of academic interests. Not all of my students are focused on climate change. Some of them are business students. Some of them are interested in diplomacy, perhaps in other topics. I have a student here working on sports. We're from Indiana, so I've got kids who grew up in farm towns, in farming communities, and who are interested in how the agricultural sector needs to transition as our farmers see changes happening where they work and live. And so I think that the learning experience can make connections to a liberal arts curriculum really generally, and it provides this sort of experiential education opportunity and an international, a global experience that really delivers all sorts of core competencies that are at the heart of undergraduate university education. There's also a fabulous network of academics here who will also help mentor your students. We work together. It's a collaborative environment, and so it's an opportunity for students to learn in collaboration with other scholars and students from the United States and elsewhere.
That's great. Okay, thanks so much.
Oh, that was easy.
Allison Chauthurchan.
Wait a second. Okay, go.
Hi, I'm Allison Chauthurchan, and I'm a senior research associate at Cornell University. I've been coming to the COP since COP 21 in Paris, and this is the fourth year that we've brought students here. We've had 18 students this year and 6 faculty come and work at the COP. This year we're working for 6 organizations. That means the class that I teach is Global Climate Change, Science and Policy with Natalie Mahowal, and it's a semester-long course for 4 credits. And then when they come here, they've been working with 6 organizations this year, including the World Bank, Republic of Armenia, Tonga, Zambia, GACSA, and Carbon 180. The last 2 are NGOs. And what we do is we teach them the basics of climate science, policy making, how the UN processes work, and they're really well prepared to come here. And so when they come here, they're going to side events, taking notes. They're really meeting people from all over the world. They're able to go into side events and really ask questions, have a baseline of knowledge of the conversations that are happening here. So it's a great opportunity to do global engaged learning.
Okay, and in your classroom, Allison, what do you do to help engage their curiosity and nurture their interest in this place?
They're already so interested because they've heard about the class. We have 100 or more students apply for the class. This year we have 33 students, and we can only bring 18 of them, so that is frustrating for them, but there's a huge interest in this kind of work and this kind of learning. It's hands-on because we're doing project work. They get to come experience this amazing opportunity. They get to interact with like a leader at the World Bank or a leader of a global NGO or the World Meteorological Organization. It's an incredible place. Over 20,000 people come here every year to this climate change negotiation conference.
Mm-hmm. And so are there themes that you weave throughout the course and continually go back to?
So from the policy side, we talk about the United Nations Framework Convention as a framing convention. We talk about how climate change negotiations have changed over time, about the importance of non-state actors, subnational governments. We talk about how negotiations happen with different groups negotiating. We get different guest speakers to come in.
So is the class just lecture? Do you have activities and games that they play? Is there any socializing in class?
Definitely. Well, they're doing a group project all semester with their peers.
Okay,
They have time to do that. And then we did a Talanoa dialogue in class where
nice.
they come and share their community story.
Mm-hmm.
They do research and present an NDC from a country they're interested in. So it's definitely interactive.
And what is your hope for them? Well, this is hard work for you.
It is
So,
a ton of work, but it's really worthwhile. Last year, we had one of our students go work for an NGO in Maryland, a national NGO, and she's like their climate focal point now. We've had students intern with UN, a student over the summer intern with the World Bank. So they're definitely, it's a world life-changing experience to be here, and they're taking advantage of it.
that's wonderful. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pamela Wildstein. I'm a senior at Cornell University. I study sustainable city planning and energy policy. I'd say the biggest thing I've been getting out of COP is just seeing how the energy sector interacts with so many different professional organizations and just other areas of study, particularly AI and agriculture.
Hello, my name is Reed Barbie. I study environmental science at Cornell University with a focus on ecology and conservation. I'm here working with delegates from the Kingdom of Tonga on ocean and adaptation issues. And coming from more of a hard science background, this COP has been an incredibly valuable experience for me to explore the intersection between science and policy at the international scale. And it's been an incredible opportunity for me to start to find my place at that nexus and to help build that very important bridge.